This is Carl with your three things to watch for Wednesday, January the 8th. Starting out today, the census export numbers. Now, they came out yesterday, but there's a number in here that we're really, trade really focused on, and I think it's going to be one moving forward that's going to be a little bit more of a market factor. Quick run through the numbers. Corn exports for the month of November were a 6 year high, soybeans a 3 year high, wheat a 4 year high. Pretty hard to say that this is not a high demand market right now. A lot of traders are overlooking this demand, calling it, just lethargic for some reason. And, we're putting out these big numbers. The one I really focused on yesterday when this data came out, though, was the soy oil exports. November soy oil exports out of the U.S., 129 million pounds, an 842% increase from last year. If we remember back in December when the WASDE report came out, the USDA bumped soy oil exports higher, considerably higher. We've already reached that level. The soy oil demand way underestimated by the USDA. Not saying it'll show up this Friday, but we're going to have to start accounting for it here pretty soon. The other thing for today, the tariff talk from yesterday, back and forth with President Trump. Bottom line is, I look at it this way: we've seen tariffs on imports for several years. The tariffs that were placed on China from President when President Trump was in office before, a lot of them are still there. President Biden added to them. So far, trade hasn't dropped. I shared yesterday an article came out of Rabobank that soybean futures could drop below $9 if the tariffs go into trade. I do not think that's likely, but it is a possibility. It depends a lot on what our trade partners do, mainly China. But that is a factor. We will hear more topics on that, especially over the next several weeks here. Today, it's Wednesday. We're going to get the weekly ethanol supply and demand numbers out. Looking for a steady week of ethanol grind. Exports and blender demand expected to drop post Christmas holiday, and also probably some loadings out were affected there too. Looking for ethanol stocks to increase 4 to 5% from the past week. A lot of attention on the exports, like I said. Those are the three things to watch today.